Good evening. Welcome to Investigator News, Weather and Lifestyle News Show. Happy Friday. Yeah, Friday. Time for trivia tonight. And boy, I got some good trivia. Uh, uh, boy, death of animals today. I was trying to find a happy moment. And then I found a little deaf girl. And what a sweet story. So we got that coming up. We got the weather that's going to be moving north, and they say it could get pretty bad up north. So guess it's getting stronger. We have Miss Daniel Banks giving that. And earthquakes, they got a little smaller. Not so bad. Maybe everything will calm down over the weekend. We'll have to see. So I'm going to get on with everything. And Karen and Susan, where are you? I was gonna pick on Susan today, but she's not here yet, so I'll get her at trivia tonight. I'm teasing. So, all right. So on with Miss Banks and the weather.
Windy weekend on tap for Florida, and we're glad that you're here because there are going to be some nasty storms in the forecast late Saturday into Sunday. Damaging wind gusts and a few tornadoes are possible during the overnight time frame. Don't have to tell you how dangerous that is. The biggest overall threat is for damaging winds, but let me also say this: the chances of tornadoes are low, but a low chance does not mean no chance. Some of the storms are also going to be heavy rainmakers, and the entire state has the possibility of flooding. Some storms are going to produce more than 1 inch of rain per hour. Now, anybody with late day flights on Saturday is going to need to pay close attention as weather delays are very likely. Sorry to say, you need to plan accordingly, prepare as best you can. Most storms are going to be out of the way by the time we get to mid morning on Sunday. But the thing I want you to notice here is that it's going to stay windy for a while, even after the rain stops. Several locations in Florida should pick up 2 to 3 inches of rain, but some higher totals will be seen in places like West Palm Beach, and higher totals are possible in other areas due to the intensity of some of these storms.
Let's talk timing this weekend for a storm system that is going to move across the south and then up the east coast, bringing heavy rain, wind, and the possibility for some severe along the south. Here it is today, moving out of the southern plain. So this is what we're going to see through your Friday and Saturday across the south. That heavy rain, winds will be an element of this as well. Notice the low pressure coming out of the Gulf of Mexico. This lifts to the north on Saturday, combining with a trough, and then this storm deepens as it moves up the east coast. So timing: Saturday into Sunday, the heavy rain, strong winds, potential for some storm surge along the coast. That will be through the southeast into the mid-Atlantic. Sunday into Monday, here's that low moving up through the northeast, bringing more heavy rain, strong wind gusts, and interior snow. So this system pulls away on Tuesday, but we are going to have some very active weather days through the weekend and for the first part of the week. There's a look at the rainfall that is expected. The heaviest rain is expected along the southeast coast, where we could see 2 to 3 inches. Take a look at Miami. Big time rain expected there. Excessive rainfall outlooks for parts of Florida. And then further up the coast, we're looking at about an inch of rain with isolated higher amounts.
So that was a big forecast. Hello, Karen. And Karen's our moderator, and we like to pat her on the back and throw popcorn at her every now and then. So welcome. What, you got the little squirt today, or what? I guess she's not. She's a peanut. I'm sorry. We call them squirts. All right, we're gonna move on with what I have here, and we've got earthquakes next. There wasn't that many, and they're all pretty small. So I was happy with that. Like I said before, when the show first started, that maybe everything's going to calm down over the weekend. And so here we go. The newest one way up in Alaska, Rampart, Alaska. That was a 2.9. And as we start around the Ring of Fire, Vanuatu, 4.4. And then 5.1 in Banda Sea. That's a deep one. Another deep one in the Philippines, Ara Asan, Philippines, 4.7. Then we go up at Japan. We haven't seen many in Japan this week. And I was starting to wonder if they were going to be real quiet and then throw a big one out there. That was a 4.3. We have a pile up around Alaska, Tionet, I'm sorry, 3.6, and that was pretty deep. And then we had one in Willow, Alaska. That was a 2.6. So they're really small. Even Hawaii only had a 2.6 at Volcano, Hawaii. Then we went to um okay, if it would let me have it. Um oh, I'm going to go to the other one then. White City, New Mexico, 2.6, and then we it's not, it's playing with me. All right, Big Bear City, 3.0. Then we have a big pile up on the islands. We got a 3.3 in the Virgin Islands. We've got a 2.5 in Puerto Rico. We have another one in, oh no, that's the same one. I didn't catch it. There we go. Another one in the Virgin Islands. That was a 3.4. There's a 3.3. And Dominican Republic, a 3.9. Those pretty much are real deep. They may have felt something, but I really doubt it. Then we had Roble, Colombia, 4.5, and El Salvador with a 4.5. There's nothing up around Iceland, nothing around the Bird's Head that we call the Bird's Head. Very quiet over there. We had one out of the blue in Turkey. That was a 4.6, and that was about 8 miles deep. Then we had one in Pakistan, about the same miles deep, and a 4.3. So very quiet on the earthquake front. Uh, and quiet always means something. And they're not equally spaced. Some of them are, but for the most part, they're just kind of all over. Like it's waiting for a group to start up again in the fours, fives, and sixes. All right, I have lots more stuff to come. Uh, eight-eyed creature, eight-eyed creature with a personality like Satan was a new species in Ecuador. We'll keep it in Ecuador. I don't know if you've seen it. It's a crazy thing. They this eight-legged, and you know what an eight-legged creature is. It's a spider. It's got a bad temperament. Now they found one hairy spider inside a bamboo fence. The spider tried to defend itself and attempting to flee, making quick movements, nearly too fast to see, but it didn't really work. The Satan tarantula can reach just under 2 inches in length, has 8 eyes, 8 legs, and golden hair and long fringe on its face. It says its face is scary when you magnify it up. Um, let me show you a picture of this little guy. There he is. There's the Satan spider. Well, Ecuador, keep your Satan spider. Up there. Don't bring it here. Definitely don't bring a spider here. So it's a new species, they say. The Satan tarantula can reach just under 2 inches, they say. Taking a closer look, they discovered a new species. And they call them Satanas, or the Satan tarantula. And it does bite. No, they say daddy long legs bite, but their mouths are too little. I wonder, it didn't say nothing. I looked all over to see how big the mouth was. I don't want to get bit by a spider. No, no, no. All right, so this deaf girl goes to see Santa Claus, and she wants to tell Santa what she wants for Christmas, and she started signing it. Well, luckily, the elf there knew sign language, and so he told Santa what her wish list was. So he talked to the elf, and between him and the elf, they were able to sign back to her and let her know to have a Merry Christmas. So the deaf girl did get to tell Santa about, let's see where this is at. Oh, I hope I can get this. So the deaf girl was able to tell Santa Claus what she wanted. Now, hopefully we got it.
John, Dolly, present. Yeah, tell. Can you tell him? Show him. And then pram.
Pram.
And what's this? Earrings.
Oh,
And a ring, Santa. Yeah. Wow. What's this? Yeah. Oh, beautiful.
Wow.
And I can't show all of it because it's too long. But that's the little girl, and that was the elf that was helping her out. And the article basically said that um, uh,
Did I hear
that
you want a phone?
oh, let me get down to this. Young Emily, she's age 4, is deaf, uses British Sign Language to communicate. Her mother Tanya took her to see her 6-year-old brother to see Santa ahead of the Christmas holidays. Um, and they were able to get a picture with all of them together. Um, and so through the power of Facebook, we found Holly the elf, and she's volunteered to visit our grotto and interpret for Emily, she explained. And the mother said it was magical because normally she goes up, sits on his lap, and just nods her head a lot and then leaves. But this time she was actually able to communicate with Santa Claus. All right, there was a baby. We all remember the Tennessee um, tornado, the E3. Tennessee couple and their 2 children are seeking a new home after a large tornado ripped through their community. Her boyfriend and their children were inside the home when it happened. This was in Clarksville, which left 6 people dead and more than 2 dozen injured. Um, so Moore said that the tornado, they were in a mobile home, and they gathered up their belongings and what they could grab and picked up the 4-month-old child who managed to survive the horrific event. But something told her to run um, and uh, and jump on top of her son and protect her eldest and her 1-year-old. The moment I jumped, the walls collapsed and the roof caved in. And then they noticed that the baby was gone. The baby had disappeared. They thought for sure he was dead. They went to look and they find him, and um, they were definitely going to look out amongst the rubble to see what happened. Um, I'm looking for it. Okay, it was. I knew it was something like what happened here. We had one here quite a few years back, and a baby was sucked out of its mother's arms out of the bathroom. And this was a house, and about I'm going to say close to 10 miles away, they found the baby alive in the tree. Same thing happened here. I had to make sure. So after about 10 minutes of searching, Moore and her boyfriend found the baby alive in a tree that had fallen in the rain. So, but they thought for sure he was dead. But the baby was still alive with cuts and bruises. But the doctors gave him a clean bill of health. Sorry about that. I thought I had it marked and I didn't see it. So I didn't get it marked good enough. All right, Big Apple's new big pest, Joro spiders. I guess it's a spider kind of day. Um, so New York, they can keep that spider up there too. If you can make it here, they say you might run across a Joro spider. It's unusually large, evasive species. Looks like some of the yellow ones we get here that scare me, because I
These
Oh,
don't know if
spiders are
they're
a bit fun.
well, Miss Davis is talking about it this time, William. So you got Miss Davis. See that spider? Yikes.
They use their web like a parachute. And here's the kicker, they might soon be found in New York City. This is the Juro spider, an invasive species that was first found in the southeast of the United States as early as 2013. But the species isn't really suited for living in the southeast, and they've been making their way north. Now they could be parachuting into the Big Apple any day. But don't panic yet. These spiders are more than just creepy crawlers. They're nature's answer to one major New York City problem. Spotted lanternflies are a no nuisance in the city, and Joro spiders are hungry for them. Since spotted lanternflies are also invasive, it's like choosing between two uninvited guests. So New Yorkers should brace for new web slinging neighbors. But thankfully, they are relatively harmless to humans and pets.
Spider, a spider is a spider is a spider. I tell you, um, a parachute spider. Ah, okay. So a cruise ship and the U.S. Coast Guard teamed up to rescue 12 people stranded at sea. Boy, I got lots of videos today. I'm not sure why, but I ended up with a bunch. Okay, here we go.
I had no idea. This is insane. Oh my gosh.
So it was a cargo ship, folks. Um, oh boy. Um, drinking carrot juice. How many people? I thought about it. I was like, yuck. But it will boost your immune system and reduce inflammation. Say researchers. All veggies are good, folks, and each one of them carry like different vitamins. So the study showed that they believe that carrot juice would benefit people with certain diseases like diabetes and cancer. Um, and if you have any inflammation that comes to play. So uh, I don't know. I might try it. They say it helps your immune system. So get in there, and it's also good for your eyeballs. Maybe that's what I need. I have so many issues with my eyes right now that uh, I don't know. I might try it and see if maybe the carrot juice helps me out. Huh? I don't know. I've never tried it. All right. So weeks after Otis, Acapulco of his streets are still littered, and the drains are so clogged full of debris that it's backing up. And they're working to clear the drains as fast as they can. But Otis, man, Otis was a while back. It was a category 5, and they said that they just don't have enough help to be able to clear the streets. So all this time, weeks after Otis, they're still trying to unclog their drains. On this day, boy, on this day, December 15th, 1791, the Bill of Rights, codifying unique freedoms in a new nation. Uh, it was following the Constitution, the ratification of the first 10 amendments approved win for the American people. So, um, uh, on this day, yes. You would never thought you would think all of that would be around July, 4th of July and Independence, but no, this happened. Um, the Bill of Rights happened in December. Huh? Maybe you. I'm going to run this on a trivia question next few weeks. See if you guys remember this one. I like doing that. I'll tell you something on the show, and then I run it on trivia. So, there, this really irks me when people do this because we get that here. We get youth that think it's really funny to get a BB gun and go out and shoot the bald eagles. And this time, two men charged with slaying bald eagles selling body parts for profit. Um, the two men, and now get this, illegally killed thousands of birds, including bald eagles, gold eagles, and sold them for profit over the course of several years. Fish and Game have been investigating them for a while and had to get enough evidence to be able to go in and stop them. Simon Paul and Travis John Branson slayed about 3,600 birds and sold the entire carcasses or portions of them for large sums of cash on the black market. Um, they were indicted, and the indictment was filed December 7th. The men were charged with one count of conspiracy, 13 counts of unlawful trafficking, and one count of violating the Lacey Act, a federal law that combats illegal trafficking of wildlife, fish, plants, according to court records. So um, they said Branson would travel to Washington, to the Flathead Indian Reservation, western Montana, and he would meet Paul and to shoot bald eagles, golden eagles, between 2019 and 2022. They live they live they live nearby and was charged as shooter and shipper. Um, for an example, Branson sent a message to a buyer with a golden eagle tail set and received payment through PayPal. So they not only that, but they would they would use a killed deer. They would kill a deer illegally, not during hunting season. So the bald eagles would go to eat it, and that's how they would shoot them. Really bad, bad. Um, a baby giraffe dies after being unexpectedly startled at the North Carolina Zoo. A 6-month-old nursing giraffe died Wednesday after unexpectedly startled by another giraffe and hitting its head on the gate while attempting to flee. The North Carolina Zoo is heartbroken to announce that this baby had died. Uh, uh, they said basically the beloved 6-month-old giraffe calf, whose birth and presence at the zoo delighted everyone. The North Carolina Zoo, based in Asheboro, claims that the world's largest natural habitat zoo with more than 1,700 animals. Uh, they say Little Finn, was nursing Wednesday when another giraffe unwittingly jolted him into bolting and colliding with a nearby gate. He sustained head injuries and did not, it was knocked out and did not come back and eventually died. So here's little Finn. There he is. There's little Finn. All right, back to, oh boy, here we go again. Here we go again. A video of a man attempting fate for a close up shot of a bison sparks outrage online. This was too wild to see. He thought he'd put it on TikTok and it'd be really big. Well, he got backlash and it said basically how stupid he was for what he was doing. And so I'll let you guys take a look. This bison is beautiful, folks. This bison is very beautiful. Okay, you gonna let me have it? Okay, here we go. So as you could see, the dummy, that he could have easily been killed. And people are still thinking, since they're calm and moving calm, they don't look mean, they look docile and beautiful, and they just get closer and closer. That's how you get rammed by a buffalo or a bison. All right, we are down to the funny things for the day. Um, this one here is kind of like life sayings. You know, the things life saying, a little twisted to get a good laugh. There's no sunrise so beautiful that it's worth waking me up to see it. Life is short, drive fast, and leave a sexy corpse. That's one of my mottos. Oh, well, that's your motto. I don't think, oh, wow. Okay. I always cook with wine. Sometimes I even add it to food, and that was W.C. Fields. Uh, People say money is not the key to happiness, but I've always figured if you have enough money, you can have a key made. Um, Joan Rivers. Do not take life too seriously, or you'll never get out alive. I generally avoid a temptation unless I can't resist it. Mae West. Sometimes you lie in bed at night and you don't have a single thing to worry about. That always worries me. The optimist proclaims that we live in the best of all possible worlds, and the pessimist fears this is true. I'm killing time and I wait for life to shower me with meaning and happiness. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. At first, you don't succeed, try again, then quit. No use being a damn fool about it. I love mankind. It's people I can't stand. Would I rather be feared or love? Easy, both. I want people to be afraid of how much they love me. Two things are infinite: the universe and human stupidity. And I'm not sure about the universe. When life gives you lemons, squirt someone in the eye. There. Life is present, death is peaceful. It's the transition that's troublesome. When I was growing up, I always wanted to be someone. Now I realize I should have been more specific. I have a lot of growing up to do. I realized it the other day inside my fort. I just want to lie on the beach and eat hot dogs. That's all I've ever wanted. Whenever I'm about to do something, I think, would an idiot do that? And if they would, I don't do that thing. I like that one. Never put off tomorrow what you can do today. I got to read that again. Never put off till tomorrow what you can do the day after tomorrow just as well. I'm not crazy. I've just been in a very bad mood for 40 years. Amen. Well, you know what they say. If you don't have anything nice to say about anybody, come sit by me. Uh, a woman is like a tea bag. You can tell how strong she is until you put her in hot water. Lots of people want to ride with you in the limo. But what you want is someone who will take the bus with you when the limo breaks down. I drink to make other people more interesting. That was Ernest Hemingway. Some of these have got names of people that said it, and a lot of them don't. It says unknown. Um, I'm not offended by blonde jokes because I know I'm not dumb. And I also know that I'm not blonde. Hey, there's me right there. I like my money where I could see it, hanging in my closet. I Crying is for plain women. Pretty women go shopping. Uh, People waste their time pondering whether a glass is half empty or half full. Me, I just drink whatever's in the damn glass. Oh boy, I like that one. I don't care what they say about me. I just want to eat cookies. There you go. That's, yeah. Even if I don't wake up looking like Cindy Crawford, um, I'm not Cindy Crawford, but I look good. I don't trust anyone who does their own hair. I don't think it's natural. Oh, good grief, women. Honey, time marches on, and eventually you realize it's marching across your face. All right, that's it for the Friday show. Have a wonderful weekend, folks. Fill the churches. And come on back. And if you're new, come on back and watch us on Monday with the weather and lifestyle news. Subscribe and hit that bell. That way you could be notified, and hit the like button and subscribe, and of course share over the weekend. Come on back in 30 minutes for our evening news. And if not, then come on back in a couple hours for live trivia and bring a friend. All right, folks, I thank you all for watching, and we will see you on Monday.